Mortar Masters Podcast. Your host, Maine, of course. Got a special guest in the building today. I got Reggie Middleton. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? You all right?
Chilling. Now, this is a little different than most because this is somebody that I same age, but I grew up to admire. Don't do a lot of interviews, so this is probably one of the first in-depth joints you got.
Definitely the first interview here. Anyway, anything else would have been like after a basketball game. Yeah,
definitely. You can find they can find some interviews of you in the Chronicle, 2 or 3 questions. You know what I'm saying about the game.
Right, that's about it.
So normally I ask people like their upbringing, but I'm gonna change it around for you. I'm gonna ask you. Tell me when you came up, you 8, 6, 7 years old, whatever. What was Augusta like back then versus now? 'Cause I drive by like basketball courts now and they be empty. Yeah. I don't know if it was the same when you was younger.
Nah.
I don't know if it was just only AC gyms or not. But when I was younger, coming up, played outside.
Right.
So I don't know what it was like for you.
Nah, it was the same way. Like every park used to be packed fully. I grew up in May Park. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was like really one of the realest spot to play ball at in Augusta. Period. You know what I mean? So it was always people outside. You couldn't ride down no street without stopping and making kids get out the way because you had to play ball and stuff like that.
What you think? Like the rougher the park, the more respect you get. I feel like in the park is in a rough area. Like the people around are gonna be rough anyway, so it's hard to get respect in them parks. Once you start getting it, you get that confidence. Like, I can play anywhere now.
Right. And yeah, I say that. I say the rougher the park, the rougher the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the tougher, which is like every park in Augusta, like in a rough neighborhood. So
yeah,
it's the same thing. Like if you coming from downtown and you going to Shirley Avenue or somewhere around Josie, you don't got no respect till you get it. And vice versa, if you coming from there, or if you stay in Bourne Village and you come down to May Park, like you ain't got no respect till you get it.
So where you grew up at then?
I grew up in Bourne Village. My mom's side of the family from downtown to East Boundary and stuff.
Okay.
So I just both sides of the field, back and forth.
So what would you say you got your respect from? As a young and playing basketball outside, like what areas?
Everywhere, honestly, everywhere. Like I don't know. Like both of my grandmas stayed in East Boundary and Bourne Village. I had family members stayed in Shirley. I had family members stayed in Sunset. We used to go to the gym down there. I got family members stay in Harrisburg. I go over there and kill. Like I really just used to go all over the city. Even riding bikes and stuff, beating people. You know what I mean? For real.
Now, I asked that, and we'll talk about it in depth in a few, but when I moved down here and I seen you and they, everybody tell me you play this player, like I said, you didn't seem like the player you are. You didn't give me that vibe when I first seen you. You were just more chill, laid back. And you didn't act like a star, even though you were. Maybe it was 1 year. Maybe I seen you coming to a star. I don't know because I came like sophomore year.
I think it was because like I always was known for playing basketball. Like I always played up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I was like 7, I played 9 and 10. You know what I mean?
You would play the big boys.
Yeah. I never played like peewee leagues and stuff. So with that being said, I was playing against like middle schoolers when I was in elementary. So my name was probably buzzing around everywhere. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you that then. Like coming up, like who was a rivalry? Because you got some players around here that's the same age as you. I think y'all class or maybe a class under, maybe a class over. All three of y'all, all 3 classes, kind of got some real good iconic players from the city.
Right.
When you coming up, like who was your rivalry, like in your opinion?
I say for sure Trevor. Like we played from.
I thought you were gonna say his name.
Baby
I was gonna get him because he kept saying that. I was like, I wonder if Reggie would say the same thing.
We played from babies like to older, but like he was a year older than me. So after probably like around middle school came, that's when Tremaine came to play. And he was like on the same level as me. Like he really was like the only kid that I knew that was on the same level as me. So he was big competition. And honestly, the class of 08 was so stacked. Like
definitely
every school had a freshman that started. You know what I mean? So that class was competitive anyway.
I didn't even notice that like that class had so many starters. As freshmen.
Yeah.
So when you came to Butler,
right.
Well, let me backtrack. I don't want to skip too soon. So, what middle school you went to? Like when you started playing basketball, like seriously?
Seriously, I went to Morgan Road. We was they was undefeated and stuff before I got there. We played pretty good and stuff, but the talent was everywhere else, like Glen Hills Middle. Murphy was stacked with everybody from May Park that went there. But we was tough. We just ain't really had no coaching like that. We had teachers and stuff who was just trying to fill in as coaches. Cause our coach, he retired. He retired or whatever. He went to another school. So Coach Kofa, everybody know Coach Kofa from Morgan Road. He ran.
And so when he retired, y'all kind of just did your own thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when you got the Butler, how was that change?
I actually stayed back after Morgan Road. I went to Heritage Academy with Chad Cook. He had started, like, Heritage Academy was just elementary school. But he started like the middle school type version because he was coaching the AAU team with Hakeem and PJ and all of them. So he kind of wanted to get them on like, well, us, not even them, us on like the academic side of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Chad, man.
Yeah, he got us real right, for real.
Let me ask you, like, what you think, like, and this is a sidebar. I don't know. Everybody got their own different opinions, but what you think about Chad? Like, I like Chad. I don't know if everybody got the same opinion. I don't know if I put you on the spot or not. But when you say that,
that's my dude. Like he really one of the most giving people
definitely,
I ever been around. Like, and everything he do, it always been like on the benefit of somebody else. Like,
right.
I ain't never seen him really do nothing and be like, I did that. Yo, that's me right there.
And I always tell a story. It's like, I remember I had a daughter. I wasn't working. I must have tweeted something. I must have was depressed. I don't know. I must have just put something out there. He had DM me. He was like, "Yo, you come film for me at the Peach Jam, right?" He ain't had to tell. He knew my background. I could film, but he didn't need me to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He did it. Got a big. I don't want to say the numbers, but I got a big check. I was like, oh wow, and it was just a week of work for something I was gonna do anyway. Just
that's
to film
the type
my brother.
Of person he'll do. He'll see. He can see somebody who wanted or who got a little bit of it, and he gonna give him an opportunity.
And I never heard nothing back about it. Like, he ain't never say I put you. I did this. Like, sometimes I think he forgot he did that for me. Sometimes,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He
just
did just
this is a guy who used to take like 30, 40, probably even 50 players, because he had like 2 or 3 teams all out of town. Nobody pay for nothing. We don't even pay for our food. Nothing.
That's crazy. That's Chad though.
Yeah.
All right, 5 sneezes and you gotta go.
That's wrong.
I ain't even taking my
shout out to Slim, man. Slim's in the building.
That's why I've been making sure I take my clarity.
Now you know how that
every
goes,
day. I don't want no mess up.
Shooting all day, so I'm all messed up right now. I've been trying to hold it.
Right now, it's like when you in class in high school and you trying to hold that call because you nobody say nothing.
That's exactly what's going on,
bro. But
that's how the world is.
You got 4 more. You got 4 more. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. But yeah. So all right. So you go to Butler. What's the choice of going to Butler? Because obviously anybody listening and watching this, they know what we getting into. But what's the choice of going to Butler? Was it just a zone thing or?
Yeah, I was actually all my life, like my whole side of the family went to Glen Hills or either Laney. Like I told you, my people from them sides of the city. You know what I mean? But Butler, like. They was a powerhouse at the time.
Oh, there we go.
That's just facts, bro. They was a powerhouse.
Good choice.
Yeah, and when I was coming out of middle school, they had just went to the state championship, and I knew they was losing all their players. You know what I'm saying? They had all seniors, so it was like perfect
business move.
Yeah, it was perfect for me to slide on in. And my mama worked there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mama was a guidance counselor, but she left the year you got there.
Okay,
10th grade year, she was gone. So my 9th grade year, she was there.
Okay. So I didn't know that. That makes sense. So, all right, cool. We getting somewhere. But I'm not gonna lie. You know, people watching it gonna be like, okay, Reggie made some business moves in high school then.
Yeah,
because even
it was.
When you finally do explain the Glen Hills one, they're gonna think it was the same thing. It's like, hey, they lost the players, and you just chose.
Nah, it really wasn't though.
But I ain't getting to that yet. I won't get to that yet. So, all right, you go to Butler. What's that like that you play JV or you play varsity? Like, what was it like when you first got there? And when you got there, because you said you stayed back a year, so
yeah, I stayed back in 8th grade and went to Heritage Academy. Then I came that following year, which was like what 04, 05 season type thing. But honestly, I guess Coach Johnson he kind of was on some like you got to prove yourself because so many people was talking about me because I was supposed to come there the year before. So everybody was already like, oh, Reggie coming to Butler, this, that, and the third. So when I got there, they already had, like, still the best team in the city. So he could have put me on there, but it was, like, making me prove a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Making me prove
at the point he didn't need you.
Yeah. So, like, the first couple games of the season, I didn't even play varsity. You know what I'm saying? I just played JV or whatever. but I used to kill JV. Like, it wasn't even. It was like, why is this dude playing JV?
Hold on. Because I remember when we played, right? I remember you and Darius, y'all was real cool. You know, you guys talk a lot.
What?
And you used to get under his skin a lot. I'm not sure why you do that, but you just did it for fun. That was the only time I ever seen you like with mess with somebody just with him.
Yeah, because I'm competitive, and if I know you can take it, like.
But you used to tell him like, "Yo, this is easy. Why you not doing this?" And he wouldn't do it. You'd be like, I was 50 out there. And y'all would always argue or whatever, right? So it's just funny you say that because you always said that when I was there, like, yo, this is JV easy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why it's so hard for you to do this?
Right, and that's how we used to have. Cause I'm a point guard, you know what I'm saying. So it's like the manager, pretty much. So that's just always been my nature. Like, I'm gonna call somebody out, especially if you complaining, like,
yeah.
And that was at the time Darius was complaining that he wasn't playing varsity, and
Ah.
so that's why I was coming at him like, you ain't averaging 30 on JV. Why we need to put you on varsity?
And real quick, I'm not laughing at him. I don't think I'm laughing at him because
nah. Darius was fine though. He could have played varsity, but like I said, we were so stacked.
I think
he ain't need it.
Just to give him like his flowers though. I think one thing I say about Darius is that he had that one move that it's like I don't
double crossover.
Cause once he gets you one time with it, he gonna keep getting you. Like, if he wanna play with you, he can do that. And that was. I see him like that movie.
I ain't never seen nobody stand in front of it.
Me neither.
Never.
Me neither.
Never.
Even one time, I think PJ was guarding him one time, and he got him.
I don't care who you is. He gonna get you with that.
He got me like twice. I'm not gonna lie. I had never got across the day in my life until then. I was like, my stomach just felt like weird because everybody in the gym was like, oh, I'm like, oh nah.
And then the crazy thing, like that snatch was so hard. It was like it wasn't no little mile cross.
He could also go that way. Also, like he could snatch you, but he can go that way, and he gonna leave you.
Right.
So, like. You gotta take the gamble.
You got to go, or he gonna make you look stupid.
Yeah. I remember one time you're practicing. I think he did it. I let him go by me. He was like, "What happened to New York?" I'm like, "I'm not about to you crazy."
It's either one or two choices: let you get an easy one or get embarrassed.
I'm okay with the easy one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta score. But yeah, shout out to Darius though. But yeah. So I know like you would say that about JV a lot. Like to you, it's easy. Yeah. It's easy money. Like you should just be doing this.
Right. And like I looked up to like Tony Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? He played freshman when he was in high school. So it was like, in the level that I played on, like, I played for the South Carolina Ravens, AAU. So everybody on my team was already playing varsity. Those boys was 8th grade starting on their varsity teams, 7th grade playing varsity.
Was it like competition amongst, like, y'all, even, because it's not like social media now, but y'all got each other number, y'all got each other contacts.
Right. Like,
if you play another school and you have a good game, you can just call them like, hey, I did this, that, and third.
Yeah.
Or if you killing, you on a killing streak, or if y'all all on the same team, one person not really producing at their school, like, do y'all
of course, so everybody
call them out on it?
Yeah, and everybody's like so on the best person on their team, depending on how good whatever school they go to.
Right.
So I used to call and be like, I'm playing varsity. I just had 16 and stuff like that, and like. I'll take it back. How competition used to be. I used to call my boys for play for South Carolina Ravens. It was Lachey Page. I'll never forget. I was calling and telling him like, yeah, I just made varsity. You know what I mean? He like, I averaged 25 last year in 8th grade on varsity. So it was like I was doing big things here, but compared to who I was playing with,
right,
it wasn't nothing. Like they was already doing big things. So I felt underachieved already playing JV.
Damn, see, I would have never guessed that. Like, you always felt like, and I don't know, I guess, too, I seen your competitive nature. Like, I'm going to ask you soon about NBA players at some point, because I wonder if you had the same mindset of this other player I'm thinking of. Because a lot of times, when we watch you play, one thing I do notice that people that was in the stands, you had, like, it was like a love-hate thing with you.
Big time. And it started from the AAU thing. Like, nobody in Augusta rooted for me playing ball because I never played with the Augusta team. You know what I'm saying? I never played with I didn't even play with May Park when they got the AAU team. Like I played with the North Augusta Jackets. And then
you only play out the city.
Yeah, because they were the only stuff that was actually doing traveling, like besides Chad. And once it got to Chad, once Chad came into play, it was like Nike now. So some of the stuff Chad and them couldn't go to or couldn't even get in those tournaments that I had to play with another team. So I was always the enemy. Like when we have like YBOA tournaments and AAU tournaments at the beginning of the season, just like starting off with like state qualifying tournaments and stuff. We would play the Boys and Girls Club because obviously they the best local team, but so they'll play us and we will always beat them. Like I never ever lost to them ever, from North Augusta Jackets to the South Carolina Ravens. Like I never lost to them, so that was always a love-hate thing right there. Like,
so you kind of used to it at that point then.
Right. I was always the villain.
I just remember being at Butler sometimes, like even time when you shoot the ball, you'd be like, oh my God, don't shoot. Maybe they want you to throw the ball to Austin or throw Ali. I don't know, but I always seen you took your own chances a lot of times too. Like, so it's just funny. Like you did compete. Like I can say that I never seen like you play and not give your all. You know what I'm saying? Like some mistakes, I guess here and there, especially the sophomore, I would see. But you playing with older people half the time. So.
Exactly. And like I said, I was playing with other players too. You know what I mean? Like in AAU, when I was in 9th grade, I might come across half court and throw a lob from half court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can catch that. They going to get it.
You playing with Rel, Chris Reynolds?
Right. No, Chris didn't even play with us.
He played y'all?
Yeah, and Jarrell played with us like once I got 15, 16, once we got a little bit older. Jarrell and Chris always played with the Boys and Girls Club team too.
Oh, so they used to lose
So
too.
I was really the only one playing on the outside team.
But they used to lose though.
Right, yeah, of course. I never. They know that. Let me look in the camera. I never lost to them. Never. Nah, but yeah, I think it was like, so like how you saying sophomore year, like a lot of stuff I do that was uncharacteristic because you wouldn't really see no young player taking those chances, especially when you got a senior who's going to the SEC school.
I know, right?
It's like everything I do wrong is like, you should have passed it to Austin.
No, but I remember being in the stands and seeing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to see that because I didn't know what organized ball was because up there we play in the park all the time. So coming down here was different to me.
Right.
That's why I stopped playing. I'm not playing it. The camera coach screaming at me. That was different to me. Stu was a wild guy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this y'all okay with this?
Yeah. That's how you know Kobe. That's why Kobe right.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Shout out to Stewart. He a good guy. You know, I appreciate everything you did for my brother. But that was it for me. That one year, I said, I'm not playing no more. Y'all bugging. He's like, you not trying out? No. I'm not having no man scream at me. I don't care. I'm not having no man scream at me.
And that's how a lot of people, that's how a lot of it is. Like, that's how it was when we was in AAU. Like, all these, you know how, you see how it's 5, 6 teams and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't even have that many teams because it was serious in AAU. Like, you getting cussed out and stuff. It ain't no fun ball. You 12, 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? You might not get off the bench, period.
Yeah, I know. Too many B teams now, right?
Right, it's too many of that now.
But, so, speaking of the alley-oops thing, I do remember you doing that. Like, I remember you had a state game for Butler, the first round of the playoffs. I think you threw it alley from half court. I had never seen it done, like, in person before. Threw it to Brent, too. He done some white boy. It was talking trash for a minute. Yeah. He finally got it. I was like, damn, that was it right there.
Yeah.
But,
my boy Brent.
So, but what did that do for you? Because you started starting. Was that when your first year you started starting?
Grade,
like, what happened? Like I got one story. I'm trying to figure out what story you gonna tell me. Somebody said somebody got hurt. I don't know how true that is.
Fred, I don't even know if he got hurt or he got put on the team.
Something
or what.
Happened.
You know what I mean? But like I said, Coach Johnson didn't need me because we still had one of the best teams. So even though I was on that level to play varsity, he was like, "My God, starters right here." You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to stay on JV because I actually, matter of fact, let me go back one. I actually played JV in the Thanksgiving Classic. I got out there. I mean, I played varsity Thanksgiving Classic. I got out there and shot 3 air balls. The one taking it serious, just looking in the stands, smiling, just throwing it up. So then Coach Johnson took me permanently off varsity. Like, you ain't ready. Get on JV, you know what I mean? But when Fred got hurt, that's when he ain't had no choice but to play me.
Hold on. So when he took you off, like, what, did y'all call each other then? Did you call anybody else? And, hey, I had 3 air balls. Somebody call you, like, what you were doing out there?
Nah, it was like the first game. So,
but nobody seen it? Like, nobody that from your peers, like, they didn't see him, like, what you doing?
And we actually played, like, the first game of the Thanksgiving tournament. So
nobody seen it?
The crowd was empty and everything. They was, like, cheering for me when I got in the game because, you know, they know I'm 9th grade or whatever. As soon as I caught it, I'm shooting it.
I bet you them seniors was like, thank God. Cause, you know, because some people older than you.
Yeah.
That's time for them. Now you off the bench, they can play now.
Exactly. But like I said, they was pretty good. So
when he called you back on?
Second semester when Fred left. Once Fred left, I came back, moved in, and then like I had a breakout game or something, played real good.
A breakout game or something? You
Yeah.
remember what game it was?
No, because
Too many
it was
games.
mostly like I got on the court playing defense after that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Gotcha.
Tony Keller was killing us from Glen Hills. Like guards was killing us because we ain't had no guard, so he ain't had no choice but to play me.
And you just started from there.
Yeah, I started.
wild.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd be a little pissed off if I'm a senior. Like, why are you calling him back? I'm playing for you 3 years. Like, just let me play. You know what I'm saying?
It really didn't have none though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about now you had Rashad. He could play, but he wasn't like y'all.
And he was a junior. You know what I mean? Like everybody was coming back on that team, that 9th grade year.
Yeah.
So everybody was coming back. So it was like everybody was on the even playing field. Because like I said, Marcus and Rick and them, they played the entire games and stuff when
So
they was playing.
But
So,
they didn't play with you though.
nah.
Okay.
I'm saying like my teammates who was playing behind
Yeah,
them,
got you.
they never even seen the flow.
Right.
You know what I
got you.
mean?
They
So
had-
when
okay,
I got
got you.
there, it was like we was on the same level
Makes
far
sense
as getting picked and stuff like
Experience
that.
and all that stuff
Right,
out there.
right.
Okay, that make more sense. And so from there, how far y'all go?
That freshman year, we went got beat in the first round of the state playoffs. I think that made me a man too. We went down in Albany,
Who y'all lost to?
Daughtery.
Oh,
They
okay.
I'm talking about the whole gym rocking, folks grabbing your shorts and stuff while you trying to
Matter
take
of
the
fact,
ball out.
I think David Beard just posted that y'all lost was it like the fourth quarter they kind of killed y'all?
Yep.
Yeah, that
they
was-
like
they
took
read the
off
post
on
the
us.
other day.
Beat
I
us by
read
like 13 or something, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was 20 something, but it's all good. I just seen Dave posted the other day, like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
literally. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so y'all lose to them. And how you took that loss? You must ain't like that.
I really didn't care. I was like, this is my freshman year. I'm coming back 3 more years. I'm good.
How Coach Johnston was. 'Cause I remember how he was as a coach. Like, I know he didn't like certain
Honestly,
things. So.
he was the same way. And then, like, the seniors, we really ain't had number 2 seniors that year. Antoine Kerr and Tyrese Harris. And both of them had scholarships to play football, D1. So they ain't care. I don't think they even cared either. Like,
Oh, well.
yeah, it's over. Let me get on my football
Everybody
grind
get up
now.
third quarter. Like, hey, we ain't got this job. We should just throw it away.
Exactly.
So that summer, like, what do you do? Because when I met you, you know, he's going to 10th grade. It's the sophomore year, and we're gonna talk about that
Right.
season in a second. That breakout season you had, but I'd assume that during that time you must have did some kind of training or whatever you did during the summer.
Nah, it just you got serious then. Like that was 15 and under, maybe 16.
Well, you've been a year older, so I guess 16 because
Yeah.
you said you always played up anyway. So
Right. So yeah, that was when it got kind of serious. Like I was playing in the Peach Jam. I was playing everywhere and at that time. So
when you went to like your sophomore season, did you expect to have that year you had as a sophomore?
yeah, of course. I really expected to have that season my freshman year. But like I said, my mind wasn't there. I just came in there thinking it was super duper easy.
Shooting in
But
balls, like, oh well.
Once I came back, like, oh yeah, I got the article writ up on me on Richmond on Trevor them. You know?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because
My
Trevor like to
friend-
lie about a lot of stuff, you know, but when people
Yeah.
kill him, so
Yeah, that was my freshman year at region tournament.
oh that was the game.
Yeah, that was my freshman year region tournament. So once that game came through, it was like, oh yeah, I'm here.
But
now.
you dropped 20 points on Trevor, something like that.
No, I think it was like 15 or 12, somewhere around there. But I scored like 9 points in the fourth quarter.
Damn, who guarding you?
And Trevor,
Hey man, it's all good. Hey Trevor, shout out to you, man. It's all good.
that my boy. He know what's going on.
Hey, okay, so, y'all start. You start the season up in 10th grade. The first game I think I seen you have was a crazy game, which I said, okay, he could play. Whatever they're saying about him must be true. I think I played Cross Creek.
Right.
It was at Cross Creek.
At Cross Creek.
I think the second half you just went off. Like, I don't know what it was, but the game was kind of neck and neck for some reason. For some odd reason, it shouldn't have been there. But Corey used to give you a competition for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Because like we were so big, so little guards, teams who shot threes and stuff, and we played that week 1-3-1.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, teams
You
who
up
shot
top,
threes and stuff.
Tron at the bottom.
Right. So teams who shot threes, we always had a little competition with them or stuff like that. So it was a guard game. That game, I just destroyed them.
Was there ever any games you were looking forward to? Like, I know, like, prior to you going to Glen Hills, I think you had a good game. Y'all played Glen Hills at Butler that year.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that verbatim for whatever reason. But Glen Hill seemed to be, they seem okay, but y'all still beat by like 20-something points.
Yeah, they was garbage then.
They still dropped a little while, and then I don't know, the scoreboard was like 60-something to 40-something. Like, oh,
Yeah,
damn.
they was terrible. That year they had all sophomores though. They
Okay,
started.
so they was working
Yeah, they
on something.
started all sophomores.
So that game, that's the game y'all made the pact to join each other, or nah?
Nah. Shoot, actually, that year is when the transition switched over from when Jarrell started playing with the South Carolina Ravens, the Nike team, with me. So we was just
a lot
playing.
of business moves. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Tell
We
you,
started.
people
We was
gonna put two and
playing.
two together, man.
Yeah, we was playing AU and stuff. And then actually, the summer league, I played with Butler. We got Casella.
Yeah, I remember him.
And like I was the only returning player, period. Like the coaches,
yeah.
players,
I remember that.
everything. I was just the only returning player. So he had me like running motion plays and stuff. And you already know I'm playing AAU, so I'm talking to my boys on my AAU squad. They like, oh, we ain't won no state championship, but I averaged 30-something. I had 40-something the other night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I ain't winning no championship no more. So if I ain't going to win no championship, at least I'm finna try to average the most points ever in Butler history. And when he came up with that, it just ruined all my plans. Like I was like, oh, I got to get out of here. He going to bury me like one of these other dudes who should have made it.
Hey, that's funny you said that, because I think that's how my brother, his mindset was. Like,
Yeah.
he knew that with no respect to people on his team, though, but with the talent he had on his team, he wasn't going to make it far.
And
So his thing was just like, I'm going to score, bro. I'm going to score.
People don't understand, like, you don't be saying stuff like that because you dissing them. It's just different levels. Like, you know what a state championship team looks like.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you know you ain't known that and you trying to get to this next level, it's some people on this team that don't even care about
Sports at all.
Yeah.
They just doing it to pass time.
I'm not finna let y'all get in my way. I got another vision. Anybody will tell you on my team, if I feel like I ain't gonna pass it to you, I'll tell you that.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
All right, so